this Taylor Swift? No? No? Oh. I don't know.
It says it's one thing, but it's not.
Oh. That's funny. That's funny.
But hey, you letting everybody else give these names. George told me he got a nickname. So
George in traffic. George Clark. Big George Clark. What's a new nickname for me?
You know, the other ones have been better, but I was thinking Hip Wilson, maybe like Flip Wilson.
Yeah, Hip Wilson. We get it. Flip Wilson. You buried the joke. It's good though. I like it. Hip Wilson. I like that one. That's a good one, George. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing along, my brother.
Thank you for allowing me.
Yes, sir. That's a good one. Hip Wilson.
That's
Hip hip, because the song is hip hop hooray,
right?
But we're saying hip hip hooray,
right?
Because it's a new hip. I think that's the best one of the night, and Hip Wilson is a close second. And Notorious H.I.P.
That was a good one.
That's a really good one.
I think that's the winner,
yeah.
personally.
Notorious H.I.P.
It's your hip.
Yeah. Notorious H.I.P. Because it is going to be Notorious now. Because I got a matching good hip.
Right.
I like Notorious H.I.P.
Yeah.
Ron, we might have to take it from Ron in Commerce and give it to Notorious H.I.P. Hit that biggie again. Notorious H.I.P. I like it. I can get T-shirts made with Notorious H.I.P. Yeah.
And the name of this song is Hypnotize.
Yep. There it is. There it is. We've got a winner. Dave Cohen is the winner. The new nickname for the Shelley Winter new hip is Notorious H.I.P. Hypnotize. There it is. Let's talk about Hamas. Hamas said today it could accept parts of the Trump administration peace deal to end the war in Gaza, including the release of Israeli hostages, living and dead. First reported by the Associated Press, this is the first public response since President Trump laid out a Sunday deadline that promised hell, in quotes, if Hamas rejected the deal. Hamas, in its response, reiterated its longstanding openness to handing power over to the politically independent Palestinian body. Trump's plans call for a local government made up of Palestinian bureaucrats but overseen by an international board of peace, to include Trump as chairman and the involvement of British Prime Minister Tony Blair. Some of the things that Trump wants in this 20-point peace plan, he's looking at, where is it? This right here, I thought. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was right here. Yeah, here it is. This is the 20-point peace plan. Is pull some things out of Gaza will become a terror-free zone with all militant groups dismantled, so it doesn't pose a threat. Gaza will be redeveloped for the benefit of the people of Gaza who have suffered more than enough. This is Trump's 20-point peace plan. If both sides accept the deal, hostilities would stop immediately. Israeli forces would halt operations and withdraw to set a line while the truce holds. Within 72 hours of Israel agreeing, all hostages would be released alive or deceased. Once all hostages are returned, Israel would release 250 prisoners serving life sentences and 1,700 Palestinians detained after October 7th. Hamas fighters who commit to peaceful coexistence and to decommission their weapons will be given amnesty once all hostages are returned. A lot of this is fair, but I would think this is where I would think, based on the comments that I see all the time on my Facebook page, I would think that there are a lot of pro-Israel factions in this country on the conservative side that believe Hamas is being rewarded. I don't take that position, but I know there are a bunch who would. I think we can get peace with this plan, and it would be a great deal for Donald Trump, President Trump, if he can pull this off. But I know there's a bunch of people on our side of the fence who are screaming and yelling at the top of their lungs because they want to see Hamas decimated. I don't hold that belief. I don't hold that belief at all. You can turn over to a Palestinian body and see how it goes and maintain international presence there. Not Israeli presence, but international presence. Trump, England, France, places like that, and maintain an international presence so it doesn't rear its ugly head again. And I think that's what the Palestinian people want. I hope he can pull this off. I really do. I'm praying for the man. And then you cannot deny him the Nobel Peace Prize if he can pull it off. But we will see. I want to really check in with Netflix. I got to talk about this. Mike, I may go a little long, all right? So I was on Facebook, as I always am. And I'm going through. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Before I get to Netflix, I got to read this Trump social post really quickly, ladies and gentlemen. It was sent to me. Let me read it to you. Trump dropped the Truth Social. It says, this is what it says. It says, excuse me. Phone spins. To ICE, this is Donald Trump about 726. To ICE, Border Patrol, law enforcement, and all U.S. military. As per my August 25th, 2025 executive order, please be advised that from this point forward, anybody burning the American flag will be subject to 1 year in prison. You will be immediately arrested. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Unfortunately, we can't do that because we don't do that in this country. As much as we want to do it, as much as we hate it, people have a right to do it, and you will not be arrested, and you will not go to jail, and you will not pass go and collect $200. So, but I did want to read that to you. So Netflix, I'm scrolling through Facebook. An executive order cannot change that. I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I see people saying boycott Netflix. And I'm thinking to myself, where's this coming from? What did Netflix do now? Because I'm a Netflix subscriber. And I get mad at Netflix because I pay with the TV ads because I don't want to pay $15.99. I pay the $7.99. I don't mind the ads. I really don't. They don't bother me at all. I'm in the advertising business. I'm in the business of radio, so ads. I love ads, right? So I'm on Netflix all the time. And the frustration with Netflix is I'm paying per month and I don't always have something to watch. So I'm wondering, what did Netflix do this time? And I'm thinking maybe it's Reid Hoffman, maybe it's new programming. What is it that people are talking about on my side of the fence, conservatives, are talking about boycotting Netflix for? What did they do this time? What happened? So then I find out that it comes down to they have these a Netflix Transformers Earthspark has come under fire for pushing the term non-binary despite being geared for children as young as 7. While Monster High, the movie, features teenage characters explaining their preferred pronouns. And so Marjorie Taylor Greene, which was one of the first people, so absolutely disgusting. Netflix is pushing woke Democrat gender ideology and non-binary propaganda onto kids. And so Elon Musk got involved. He said, cancel your subscription to Netflix. Libs of TikTok posted other influencers unearthed a series of pro-transgender content for children on Netflix. Musk responded, this is not okay. Dead End Paranormal Park that showed a character coming out as trans. Another Netflix kids show, Strawberry Shortcake, Berry in the Big City, promoted transgender drag queens. And Netflix Babysitters Club featured a child character shaming doctors for referring to a trans child patient by their biological pronouns. Let me say this, my friends. I get the anger. I am the bonus dad of a little one. I'm the bonus dad. I know her dad. Her dad is a wonderful, phenomenal father, okay, of the little one. I'm just the bonus dad. The natural father is a absolute, phenomenal, great dad, all right? In my humble opinion, he should win Dad of the Year every year. He's a good dude, good father. That dude knows everything his daughter sees. Everything. He knows what she's watching. He knows what she's playing on. He knows who her friends are. He knows everything. AMAC, the lawyer, the mom. She knows what she's watching. She's watching what she's watching. Nothing gets by these parents. If you can't control your children and you don't know what your children are watching, then maybe you should boycott Netflix. But then you should also boycott the music. You should also boycott radio stations. You should also boycott TikTok. As a matter of fact, if you're a parent of a child and you're afraid and you think you need to boycott Netflix because of this pushing woke ideology on our children, then you should take every electronic device from your kids. Period. because they're getting it. They're seeing it. It reminds me, years and years ago, I was about 9 or 10, about 77. We're about 12 years old, 12, 13 years old. My mom took my cousin Barry, my cousin Kirk, and myself to see Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta. It was a hit movie. And she's single mom, right? She had us for the weekend, which we'd all get together and the mothers would drop us off. And she wanted to see this movie. She just thought it was a movie about dancing and disco and everything else. So she took us to this movie. We're all of about 11, 12 years old. If you remember the movie Saturday Night Fever, there's a scene in a strip club where the girl is dancing, topless. My mom nearly broke her arms trying to cover up 3 boys' eyes while the boys were trying to move their heads around her hands. At that time, for my mom, I don't want my kids to see this. Now, she knew we knew about it. She knew we had little girlfriends. She knew when the adults had a party in the living room, we were in the bedroom, slow dancing with the lights off. And when we heard an adult coming, we'd flip the lights on. We were 12, 13 years old. It didn't mess us up. Bugs Bunny shooting did not mess us up. Playing with toy soldiers did not mess us up. My point here, ladies and gentlemen, is this. There is no plan to turn your kids transgender. And if your children, this is the real big deal I want to say to you. If your children are the type of children that can watch television and see a kid say non-binary and all of a sudden they want to be non-binary, then you've got a bigger problem. Netflix is a streaming service. You don't want your kids to see it? Cut it off. Just cut it off. But this idea that we've got to get outraged at every little thing and go on social media, I'm boycotting Netflix. I'm cutting off Netflix. They won't get a dime. It's social virtuing. You're no different than the minister in DeKalb County telling people to boycott Target because they cut back DEI. You're both the same crazy people that are only going on social media to do this to make yourselves look good to your friends. Because trust me, if I don't want to buy something, I'm not letting the world know I'm not buying it. There's no point in it. It's just like when someone says, unfriend me. I don't tell people, hey, you said something mean, I'm going to unfriend you. I just click unfriend and keep it moving. Who cares? If you have grandchildren and you have children and you don't want them to see this transgender woke ideology, cut it off. But you don't have to make a big pronouncement about it. And by the way, if you don't have kids, then you're not watching it anyway. You never knew it existed. I'm just saying, we got to grow up. There's so much more important things. Hamas and Israel are fighting right now. We have a man stabbed on Yom Kippur in London. We have violence in this country. Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck in front of thousands of kids. We're at war with each other. We have elections coming up. We have a government shutdown. We have the economy in flux. People can't buy groceries. And you're literally the hill you're going to die on as conservatives is woke ideology on Netflix. Please, for God's sakes, grow up. We'll be right back.